What if I told you? The United States once exploded a nuclear bomb, not underground, not in the ocean, but in space. No aliens, no conspiracy theories, no exaggeration. This actually happened, and the consequences were far more dangerous than anyone expected. Today, you're about to learn one of the most unknown and unsettling facts in American science history. Part 1. Why America even considered TSIS. To understand this, we need to go back to the early 1960s. The Cold War was at its peak. The United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a silent war, not just for land, but for dominance in science, weapons, and space. Satellites were new. Missile technology was evolving fast. And scientists were asking a terrifying question. What would happen if nuclear weapons were used beyond Earth's atmosphere? No one knew. Space was still a mystery. And during the Cold War, uncertainty itself was seen as a threat. Part 2. The secret program. The US military launched a classified series of high-altitude nuclear tests. The goal was simple, but risky. Study how nuclear radiation behaves in space. Would it spread endlessly? Would it fade instantly? Could it disable enemy missiles or satellites? These questions led to one specific test, a test that would later become infamous. Part 3. Starfish program. In July 1962, the United States conducted a nuclear test called Starfish Prime. A nuclear warhead was launched by missile and detonated roughly 400 kilometers above Earth. That's higher than the International Space Station. When the bomb exploded, there was no mushroom cloud. Instead, the sky lit up. A massive artificial aurora spread across space. Scientists watched in awe and fear. Part 4. The first warning SIGNS. Almost immediately, strange things began happening. Radiation didn't disappear like scientists expected. It stayed. The explosion created an artificial radiation belt around Earth, and this belt began doing damage. Satellites, both military and civilian, started malfunctioning. Some failed within days, others degraded slowly. America had accidentally created a weapon that attacked its own technology. Part 5. Effects felt on Earth. Even more shocking. The effects weren't limited to space. In Hawaii, over 1,000 kilometers away, people reported bright flashes lighting up the night sky, electrical disturbances, streetlights suddenly shutting off, all caused by a nuclear explosion in space. This proves something terrifying. Space and Earth are far more connected than we once believed. Part 6. Scientists realized the mistake as days turned into weeks. Scientists grew concerned. The radiation belt wasn't fading quickly. It lingered. This meant future satellites could be destroyed. Global communication systems could fail. Navigation, weather forecasting, and military surveillance were all at risk. The experiment had crossed a line. Part 7. WHEY. This was never a repeat. The United States realized something critical. Nuclear weapons in space are not tactical tools. They are uncontrollable hazards. Unlike Earth-based explosions, space detonations create long-lasting radiation environments. They don't just end battles. They damage the planet's technological future. Part 8. Global CONSQSIS single experiment influenced international policy. Soon after, global agreements began restricting nuclear tests, especially in space. Not because they were weak, but because they were too destructive, even to the nations that used them. Part 9. WHY. Most people never heard about TSIS. This test was never widely discussed. It didn't fit heroic narratives. It didn't benefit public confidence, so it faded into obscurity. But its consequences shaped modern space law, satellite design, and nuclear policy. Part 10. Why this fact matters. Today, we rely on satellites for GPS navigation, internet connectivity, weather forecasting. Global communication. One reckless experiment nearly showed us how fragile all of that is. And final Aria Felicitas isn't just written in books. Some of it is written in orbit, above our heads, silent, powerful, and largely forgotten. This was one of those stories.